I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
This new year, why not let Audible expand your life by listening? Explore over 1 million audiobooks, podcasts, and exclusive Audible originals that'll inspire and motivate you. Tap into your well-being with advice and insight from leading professionals and experts on better health, relationships, career, finance, investing, and more. Maybe you want to kick a bad habit or start a good one. If you're interested in learning how to master your emotions and hearing scientifically backed advice for using your emotions as a tool, may I suggest Shift by psychologist and bestseller author Dr. Ethan Kross? Trust me, listening on Audible can help you reach the goals you set for yourself. Start listening today when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Hello, my people. Welcome to On Display with Melissa Gorga and special guest today, Joe Gorga. What's up, Joey Gorga?
What's up?
Say hi to the people.
What's up, people?
Today is going to be a little bit of a different episode, a little different. I do have some news to share with you guys. I know it's a good thing, but I also feel like, it's a little crazy, but after much reflection, I have decided that it's time for me to step away from the podcast, guys. And you know how much I love my listeners. I love this On Display podcast. I love PodcastOne. I love my producer, Brett. I love so many things about this podcast. But the truth is, I've recently, embarked on an exciting new adventure with my sprinkle cookie company, and it is demanding my full undivided attention. And honestly, balancing both has really become a challenge for me, along with envy and Joe and my children and some new adventures that are also floating around. And I just really believe that focusing on this new path is really going to allow me to grow and innovate in ways that I've always dreamed of. It's sad, but also exciting. I really feel like it's been a really long time, right, Joe? You too. People are going to miss hearing the banter, hearing our stories back and forth, right? It's crazy because I feel like with everything that goes on, even with the Real Housewives of New Jersey, right, guys? Or just in the press, or Joe, when you had your moment in comedy that you were on TMZ, or when you were on TMZ, Joe, because of, Joe, because you were running in the ring at wrestling, it's like we have a platform here to give our side. And it's really going to be sad that Joe's not going to be able to explain himself anymore, guys. Joe's going to lose this platform of showing the real side of Joe Gorga. That is not.
What is the real side?
That is unedited, which is going to be the saddest part of this all.
What's the real side? What is the real side?
I mean, babe, I don't know if they look at you on TMZ, if you're yelling at a tenant, if you're running onto the,
real life stuff.
Sometimes you're running into the ring and
I didn't run into the ring
for your children at wrestling. People gotta know the real you.
Yeah, I didn't run. Listen, that could have went a whole different way. I just walked.
Listen, I'm on your side with both of the things, by the way, so I'm cool with it. But
I need more time. The problem is I need more time.
We all need more time.
Yeah, I need more time, so you work too much.
Let's just we're going to get into it a little bit about that, but let's just give you some podcast highlights for a second, guys. This started in December of 2021. It has been, almost 4 years that I have been doing this podcast, and I have loved every single second of it. 4 seasons.
Wow, 4 years went by so fast. Huh?
4 seasons, over 170 episodes. I was one of the first few housewives to start her very own podcast. In the very beginning when, now it's like you kind of say like, well, now everybody has a podcast. But when I first had one, not everyone had one. And I enjoyed that part of it, I will say. But there's just been in the last, 3.5, 4 years, there's been so much that has went on, and there's so much that I loved. I specifically loved our 100th episode, Joe, that you and my friend, you helped our best friends and my family, and my producer, Brett, helped everyone put together that 100th episode. So if anyone gets a chance to go back and listen to the 100th episode, that's definitely one of my favorites.
Which one was that?
We played bloopers, remember, from everything. We had like all of my closest friends and family pop in and say congratulations. That montage meant so much to me, and it was like beautiful. Joe, you don't even remember doing this for me, doll? You don't remember? That's how I know it was my producer. That's how I know it wasn't you.
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
That's how I know it wasn't you.
Too much going on, honey.
I mean, and there's been so many changes, right? That since with the Gorgas even. I mean, Envy survived COVID. Antonia went to college. You launched a whole comedy career. I went on the ultimate girls trip. Housewives went on pause. I mean, you could go on and on and on and on. My producer had a child.
How about regular
had
life?
A baby girl. What'd you say?
Yeah, how about regular life?
Regular life. Oh, that's even, yeah. I mean, I launched a sprinkle company. I opened a second store in Huntington this year. Guys, I love you and I love talking to you, but I am spread very, very thin these days. And I feel like being in business, and Joe, maybe you can vouch for me on this, maybe not, because you are also someone who definitely spreads themselves thin. But yes. I can't, this one's huge. The Sprinkle Company is a big one, guys. And thank you, Jesus, who knew, right? It is definitely one of those things you want to put every single extra second into Let's Sprinkle by MG. And if you guys haven't checked it out, you need to check out the Sprinkle Company, letssprinkleByMG.com. It's been overwhelmingly amazing. And I don't, what do you think, Joe? Am I doing the right thing here, Joe?
Yeah. Listen, when you got something good and it's doing well, you have to put more time into it, and you gotta capitalize while it's there. So, it needs more time, and that's what you're going to give it. And it's sad. This is, in a way, it's a little sad, but good. I'm kind of like sad saying goodbye.
Of course I'm sad saying goodbye. My favorite, how I know a real fan? This is what I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of fans of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Tons. But you know how I know a real one? When they come up to me and say, I listen to you and Joe on the podcast. It's my favorite episodes. I listen to you every week. I remember when you said this on the podcast. I remember the advice you gave on the podcast. I remember what you told me to do with my child for parenting advice and wife advice. And Joe said I should be more active here, and I did it. And I love you guys. And I am so sorry to end this for those people, because those are the real ones. Yeah. Right? Those are the real ones. Those are the ones that blow my mind when they listen to this once a week and just know every word and tell me everything we talked about. I am going to miss you guys so much, but this is not like a goodbye at all.
We're coming back in some way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know that, and I'm not saying it's the end. Listen, it is my decision to leave. So the door's open with PodcastOne. You never know. I feel like I'm having my Paige DeSorbo moment. How she just kind of like walked away from Summer House. She got her own line. And of course this took a lot of thought, because I'm like, oh, Melissa, can you just keep doing it? Can you keep squeezing it in? But it's just, I opened a second store now in New York. I have 2 stores. I have this Sprinkle Company it's just not, I have to take care of myself, right, guys? I always say, love yourself, put yourself first. know when you're stressed out, know when you're thin. Joe,
Listen,
I've
been
been
slacking.
stressed.
You've been slacking even with your cooking videos now. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
There's no time. Everyone doesn't understand. Just no time. There's so much to do. You know,
So little time.
And just alone, just being a parent. Just being a parent.
Yeah,
alone,
and that's the other thing. Like, people think it gets easier when you have teenagers. I am paying attention to them more. It was easier to put them on the floor and have them play and, play with the little toys on the floor. That was easy. And when the babysitter comes because you're going out to dinners were a lot easier when I had little ones because you'd put them to bed and then you would go out to dinner. Right, Joe? Yeah. Now, oh my God, I'm making sure that the house isn't full of teenagers. I'm making sure that the doors are locked. I'm making sure nobody's driving at the wrong time. Like, it's more stressful now with teenagers. I feel like I give them more attention now than I ever did. And I hate to tell everyone with little ones, but you're even more tuned in as they turn into teenagers because it's scary.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, listen, you just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Listen, you have a marketing company. It's Sprinkle. It's Envy. It's being you as a mom, a wife. And what else? You help me run my company. It's just there's a lot and you got to have a little social life. You got to have a little life because if you don't have a little social life, you can't be productive.
Of course,
so,
you got to have time to And so at the end of the day, I had to sit down and say, and listen, guys. There's also TV stuff. I'm having lots of talks with TV.
Oh, we forgot about the TV stuff.
Yeah, like we're leaving out that whole little thing. So that's a thing too.
We've been filming some stuff. It's on a
there's
DL,
lots of
lot
fun
of
stuff coming. There's lots of new talks happening. Lots of fun stuff coming. So I had to sit down and say to myself, I love this. I love this. I love this. I want to be here. I want to be there. But if I have to let something go, what should it be? And I'm not going to lie. I did like podcasts a lot better when they weren't so like in everybody's pocket. I did love it so much more when I was like one of the few, right? But I feel like now I just like, you can listen to podcasts all day. I don't even know if you guys are going to miss me because there's so many other podcasts at this point to listen to, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, but I'm never saying never. You never say never because you never know. I might say next year, oh my God, or in 6 months. Like,
I'm coming back.
Yeah, like I missed that. I loved being able to explain my side of the story and give Joe his side of his story for all his crazy actions. So we're going to have to, go back podcasting. You never know. Guys, let me tell you a story that's heartwarming and refreshingly true. A lady named Phyllis walks into the neighborhood pharmacy in Colonia, New Jersey, and asks the pharmacist for an antioxidant cream for her wrinkles. The pharmacist says, I'll compound one for you. Come back tomorrow. Phyllis uses the cream for 3 days, goes to her dermatologist appointment. The doctor, just looking at her, thinks she got work done. Phyllis tells everyone about the pharmacy and the pharmacist who makes the magical cream. And that's, believe it or not, how Genucel Skincare was born. Guys, Genucel is one of my favorite skincare brands. Their products are absolutely amazing and they truly work. Whether you want to brighten up your complexion, make your eyes look younger, remove dark spots, or any other skin concern, they have you covered with their amazing line of products. And guess what? Now that they're celebrating 25 years, Genucel is offering the best pricing since Phyllis walked into George's Pharmacy. Right now, save 70% on Genucel's complete skincare package featuring Gen 90 to get rid of wrinkles and under eye bags in 3 minutes, plus their jawline sculpting treatment and legendary XV anti-aging moisturizer. Look 5, 10, even 15 years younger. Guaranteed or your money back. Go to Genucel.com/Melissa. Genucel.com/Melissa. Every order includes free shipping and use Melissa at checkout for an extra discount. Genucel.com/Melissa. That's GENUCEL.com/Melissa. Finding the one can feel impossible, and in today's world, it's even harder. False profiles, inaccurate pictures, ghosting on dates. Is this sounding familiar? But if you're ready to make your move to a new place, it doesn't have to feel like dating. All it takes is a simple search on apartments.com to find your perfect match. Whether you're looking for a 3-bedroom condo downtown or a 2-bedroom duplex in a quiet neighborhood, a cozy studio in a walkable city, or even a single-family home in a cul-de-sac, you can find a place that checks all the right boxes. So whichever stage of life you're in, settle down in your perfect home by using apartments.com. No more swiping or awkward first dates. Make it easier to get a place that gets you. Visit apartments.com, the place to find a place.
You know, it's pretty crazy. People really don't know how much we really do.
Oh my
and
God.
All our closest friends say, how do you do it? How do you juggle everything? Of everything going on in your life and having our social life that we can. How do you do it? And we just get up and do it.
Yeah.
We just get up and go, 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 go. Because one day when it's over, it's over. When you're dead, you're dead. When you're old and sick, then you're sick. So we might as well just keep going and going. But there's some things that you have to let go because you don't have the time.
And you know what? I like to go out when it's on a high note. Just FYI, the podcast does amazing. You guys are all still listening, and that's why this hurts me, okay? You're all still listening. You're all still there. The ones that were there from the beginning are there. It's always grown, and that's why this was a very, very hard decision for me and not an easy decision to make. But, you know, and it's funny you say that, Joe, because so many of our closest people in our life and my girlfriends are always like, they literally, and that's the biggest question I get is like, how do you do all, like, how? And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm a freaking crazy person, like my head's spinning. And you even said recently, Joe, like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm losing it. I'm losing it a little bit, guys. I am. Yeah. I'm starting to be a little bit more where I used to handle it even at home, right, Joe? I wouldn't I'm losing it, guys. I snap at the drop of a dime. It's just a lot for me. And I think it's time to just admit it. I have to admit it. It's a lot.
You know the old saying, happy wife, happy life.
All right.
You got to keep the wife happy.
Exactly.
Because if you don't keep her happy and she's stressed out, then she makes you unhappy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, my listeners don't stress me out. They make me so
happy. I'm talking about me.
Yeah, you stress me out.
No, I'm talking about me. You got to be happy. If you're too stressed out, then I'm not happy.
Well, can we just talk about some of my favorite memories and guests that we had on the show? We had that one episode, Joe, with the live callers. I loved that. I love when I got to have, we answered all personal questions. Yep. Remember, they called and we gave relationship advice. We even helped people with that beautiful woman that we helped her near the end of the episode. I don't know if you remember, but there was definitely things. She was so sweet. You gave her all this, advice. I believe she was single at the time and you gave her a bunch of advice and it was very, very sweet. Conversations that I've had with people that goes beyond the edits that reality TV makes. And not just for me, but housewives, Denise Richards, Luann, Kelly Ben-Simone, Gina from the OC, Heather from the OC, Jennifer from the OC, Whitney Rose, I mean, you name it, Dolores, Margaret, Frank Catania, the Fudas, some Dubai girls, new Roni girls, Sai came on, you name it. I've had everyone. I've had so many. Kyle Richards, just like everyone. I've had so many amazing people on that I appreciate them stepping up, supporting me. I've always been a huge fan of women in business, and that is truly what I am. But you know what? You did get to see a different side of all of us beyond reality TV. And I do think that is special. My other favorite part, Joe, is that they got to meet our family. My mother, my cousins, Nick and Tara, my sisters, Kim and Lisa, my kids popped on. Donna Marco, everyone loves when she was on the episodes. People, you guys got to meet my family from this side, from the other side, right? And that was special to me. That's really special to me. And what about me and you, Joe? They got to see who we really are.
Oh,
you know?
Oh, yeah.
And they loved us for it. The people that listen, they get it. Oh, yeah.
We're true best friends. We really hang. We chill. We fight. We argue. We kiss. we do a little everything, you know. But what's cool about us is that we really do have a relationship. We really are best friends, you know. But we also fight like cats and dogs.
I mean,
right?
yeah, we can.
But that keeps us happy.
We can.
I like the makeup sex. That's what I like.
See, guys, aren't you going to miss this? He totally just went off on a tangent on something completely. I am going to miss trying to steer the conversation for Joe Gorga. Because he just like goes off on a tangent to the left, to the right. I don't even know where he's going sometimes. And then he starts talking about sex. I mean, you guys know that that's how he rolls, right?
I'm still in a zone. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, working my butt off.
You
just
see?
Walked right in the door. I'm like zoned out. But let me ask you a question. So you've been on reality TV now. How long? How many years?
15 years.
15 years. You've opened up businesses. You've had the podcast. You sang a song. Oh, wait. We something new might be coming soon. Who knows? What? I don't know. You know, maybe something's coming, but we'll keep that quiet. But you sang songs. You've done it all.
Remember when we did the AI generated songs of On Display? That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
Out of all these years, 15 years, do you regret anything? Like, what do you regret? Do you regret, like, wow, 15 years have gone by. I wish I could have been more of this or more of that or more whatever, you know? Because 15 years have gone by in a blink of an eye.
You know what? I do have regrets, of course. I have a lot of regrets with things in life, but if you're talking specifically about reality TV...
talking about everything.
I mean, and I always say you shouldn't really live with regrets. So I don't necessarily want to say I have regrets in life, but there are definitely times that I've learned lessons and that I said, oh, I would have done that differently. Even with the reality TV show, it was kind of like, I think I let in the beginning and somewhere in the middle, I let the haters control a lot of how I reacted to things. Because you would think to yourself, oh, they're going to come for you. They're going to say this. They're going to do this. And then once I found out they were all being controlled by, people who don't like us, I regretted ever holding back and not saying a lot of the things I should have said when no one else held back on things they wanted to say about me, So, and I think that's what you just learn with housewives in general, especially when they give you any type of pause. You're like, wait. You get to sit back and say, why was I quiet in those situations? I don't want to be quiet anymore. I want to I got shit to say, and now this is why I think midlife housewives, for lack of a better word, do better than the super young ones that they bring on. Is because you just get so comfortable in your skin. The more life experience you have and the more relationships you have in life, you just get so comfortable in your skin. And that's why I think housewives in their 40s opposed to in their 30s just, generally do better because, and 40s and up, I will say, because you're just comfortable in your skin. Right. I mean, and right now, I would say so much that I would have held back before, where I would have cared more about the perception or how it would have came across. And now I'm like, guess what? You either love us or don't. I don't really care if you don't agree with this because this is my true feelings. So does that answer your question, Joe? Because I think that's what I would have changed, and that's my regret.
I love that. That's great that you. I would have never thought that, and you brought that up. So that's awesome. I'm proud of you. See. I really never gave a shit about them, So, but that was good.
I mean, Joe, anything I've done it 100%. And that's the right way to live. And so I'm proud of that. I have things I would have done differently and, that now I would change, but I don't regret it. That was that moment of how I felt in life, Yeah. Do you have a favorite thing, Joe? Anything that you loved? Tell me your favorite parts of the podcast. love giving advice. You gave a lot of people advice.
Yes,
out there.
I like my favorite part of the podcast is giving sex advice. That's what I like to do.
You mean relationship advice? We didn't really tell people how to have sex. You gave relationship advice.
I like sex advice because you know what? When you get off that podcast, the husband or the wife goes home and says, "Listen to this. I want you to listen to this." And you know how many people I got laid that night?
Oh my God.
Yes.
You probably made a little impact, and some guys were like in the car with their wives driving and they're like, "Did you hear what Joe just said?"
That's right.
Joe said that intimacy makes us closer and we do not become roommates. That's
right.
Always your biggest thing.
Exactly. And everything, it's like, I got to release the poison. I got to get it out. And this is what they did. Do you know how many people I took care of? That's an amazing moment for me.
Oh
and
my
I'll never forget that.
Oh my God, guys.
Yes.
Are you going to miss that part of Joe, guys? That's a really good question.
And there will be more. There will be more sex talk, but my wife had to shut me down so many times. So, right? I would have made this a whole sex podcast.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
she
Well,
said,
that's
"No,
a
stop
whole
it."
that's a whole nother podcast, honey. We did talk about relationships a lot. We did talk about marriage a lot, which I love. So those were one of my best things. There are a lot of awesome things that have come out of Australia. Uggs, wombats, the Hemsworth brothers. But my new favorite Aussie export that's finally available in the US is the Koala sofa bed. It looks nice, it's comfortable, and it's convenient. Koala makes the most comfortable mattresses, and the sofa beds actually use their mattress technology inside. There are no uncomfortable metal frames like traditional sofa beds. Koala sofa beds are designed for pure comfort. And the assembly is so easy too. No Allen wrenches, no stress, no tears. Everything comes in the box and easily slides, clicks, or screws together. And guys, these beds are perfect for small spaces and come in 3 different sizes to fit exactly what space you're looking to fill. Plus, there's free shipping and returns, and there's no delivery or restocking fees. Something completely unheard of in this industry. Guys, these Koala beds are seriously so convenient and comfortable, whether you're looking to create a nice sleeping space for a guest, setting up your new living room, or you have a kid who's going off to college and needs to fit a bed and sofa into a small space. These Koala sofa beds fit so many needs. Upgrade your space with the most stylish, customizable, and elevated sofa bed available. To get up to $250 off your new sofa plus fast shipping, go to us.koala.com/Melissa. That's us.koala.com/Melissa to get up to $250 off your new sofa bed. Koala, comfy, easy, sustainable. On Display with Melissa Gorga is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quotes with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I didn't do this podcast alone. I always had beautiful guests. I always had Joe Gorga. But there is a producer that has been with me every single step of the way.
Man.
My guy, Brett, has produced this whole show from day one. Every episode has my notes ready for me. Is the absolute most punctual, best producer. I've always said if I ever go do a talk show one day, which is similar to this type of, I'm like, you're coming with me, like he's Brett, come on and say hi to everybody.
Hello, my listeners.
Yes, there he is, the man behind the mic.
And he's handsome. He's handsome as
He's
hell.
handsome. He is married to a beautiful woman, and he has a beautiful little daughter named Paige.
Coming from the Gorgas, that means a lot, and I really, really appreciate that.
And you have a beautiful family, and you're a fantastic father.
I will tell you too, Paige sits on her couch that you both got her every single day.
Oh, good. I love that.
I will tell you though, you two are the most amazing people that I've ever worked with. And I mean that down to the core, just real people, honest people. And you have completely changed my perception on people that are on reality TV. And I don't know if I've ever told you that before, but I think, reality TV people get judged by who they are on television and nothing else. And you two, with your authenticity and just the love that you've poured out to one another, to your friends, to your family, everything that you do, it's so impressive. And I'm truly envious of how you two live your life. And I've taken a couple notes, and I only hope to practice that, because I consider myself very, very fortunate to work with both of you.
Well, thank you.
Well,
We're
that was
fortunate
nice,
to have met you and been able to do this with you for as long as we have been doing it with you. And you are such a big, huge part of this show as well. And I could not have done it without you, because and poor Brett, he's going to vouch for me right now, right, Brett? Like, am I always in a rush? Am I always like, hurry up, give me I rush this poor man, and he knows I love him, but like, I jump on. I'm like, Brett, hurry up, Brett, give me the reason. I gotta go, Brett. What? Like right now, I'm telling him I have 5 minutes. It's like, you could go ahead, you can tell the truth. It's okay. I don't know how else to say it.
I respect it. I mean, it was one of those that you grind everything that you do. You put forth what you said. You put forth 100%. So I respect. I worked with one of the most busy people in the world, and then I met Melissa Gorga and realized there's a whole nother level of busyness. And Joe too. I mean, hearing the stories about Joe, I wake up at 4:30. I'm out the door by 5. I don't get home till 7 o'clock. I couldn't even do that on my own, like with nothing else going on. And you guys do it with kids. You do it with business. You do it with the podcast, television, everything. I mean, it's insane what you guys accomplish. And, one of the things I want to tell you both on the show is you accomplish it together, and it's beautiful. That's something that everybody needs to take a note from the Gorgas, is you operate far better as a team than you do on your own. And you two support each other with everything. And it's something that we all should practice.
Thank you. And it's true. I do believe in being a team. And as busy as we both are, it's not always easy to keep a relationship going too, right? It's like, and Brett, if you could believe me right now, which I know you can because you've heard this a million times, like Gina, my kids are demanding with I shouldn't say demanding. They love a home cooked meal. Like, I am as busy as I am. I swear to you guys, Gino's upstairs right now waiting for me to grind the turkey, beef, whatever it is, because he's on a special diet. And he's like, hurry up. How long are you going to be down there? And I'm just, hence why I'm like, okay, I have to start letting certain things go, because I can't sit back and when my kids are literally out of my house or getting married and say, my God, my son wanted me to make that meal for him. And I was on the podcast and I told him to wait. And it's just, you'll start to say, what are my priorities? And where do I put them?
Yeah, I hear you. And I think too, one thing I want to tell to all of the listeners, everybody listening out there, Melissa said it. It was her choice to do this. It wasn't there were no other factors going on. This was Melissa's decision. She was looking at everything, had to allocate her time in the best way possible. And it's something to celebrate. This should not be a sad episode. There should be no somber feelings with this. Obviously, we're going to miss each other.
Oh, you're going to come to Joe's comedy shows in Vegas.
I'm going to be there. I'll keep you in the loop on everything. But out of this show, you would never expect to be such friends with your talent from the producer side. And you both, I mean, I consider you guys such incredible friends, and I'm so fortunate. So it's not sad. It's celebratory. You guys continue to be yourselves wherever you go, and you're going to leave a mark and a positive impression on everybody.
Thank you, Brett. We
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you so much. Yeah. So everybody, I wanted you to just hear from Brett because he's so amazing. And I feel like it wouldn't be a final episode without having him jump in, because he has been so much of this podcast, and I am going to cry the most just over Brett because I'm going to miss him. But, let me just say, with all of this said, guys, there is plenty of ways, to keep up with Joe and I. Do not forget at BravoCon, Joe is going to be at Jimmy Kimmel 3 nights in a row. It's going to be November 14th, I believe, 15th and 16th, I believe. But you can check into that on Ticketmaster.
It's a comedy club, right?
What's it called? His comedy club.
No,
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club.
Yeah, in Vegas during BravoCon. So if you have BravoCon tickets, come see Joe after that. You can always come see me at Envy, guys. I was there today all day in Ridgewood, also in Huntington, Long Island. You can always stop by. And right now now. I'm going to do a special code for you guys. It's just for if you want anything, any summer clothes from Envy, use code SUMMER20 at Envy. And it's for my listeners. You guys can have 20% off anything because I love you so much. Thank you for supporting Let's Sprinkle. I can't even begin to describe that when I tell you that is just getting started. It is just getting started. Look, I just got the chills. I get the chills. Like, it gives me the chills. And the fact that I was in the New York Times recently with that company and with my business ventures, guys, I'm just taking it all in. I stop by the church sometimes, right, Joe? I just drive by the church sometimes. I pull into the parking lot and I pray and I say, God, help me be strong. Help me do it all. Help me be a good person. And, you know, thank you. Most of all, I say thank you for everything that I've had so far. You're definitely going to see us coming soon again on TV with things that you've seen before, you haven't seen before. There's definitely stuff with that. So we're not going anywhere. Okay. We're here. No. You know, to keep up with me on Instagram. This is going to give me a lot more time to do my Instagram videos and my cooking videos. So that is definitely. We're going to
do some more TikTok videos. We're going to do some funny stuff.
Joe.
This is my idea.
Yes. Before I say goodbye, is there any last thing you'd like to say to the listeners?
I just want to say, listen, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. It's been 15 years, not on this podcast, but in
this has
TV
been a good four.
But you
4
guys,
seasons.
Without you, we're nothing. Remember that. Without you, we're nothing. So I appreciate you. I really do. And I love everyone. I really do. Half the time I do all this, my comedy shows, and it's because I get to meet you and we have fun and we laugh together. So respect. Love you, man.
All right. So before we unplug the mic for the last time, I just want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to all of you. Your support over the past 4 seasons has meant the absolute world to me. Each episode, guys, every moment, all of your feedback have fueled my passion like you wouldn't believe and has made this journey truly unforgettable. I love you all so much. I want to assure you that this decision wasn't easy, and I will cherish the memories that we've created together. And I'm so proud of this community that we've built. So thank you so much for being part of my journey and for your understanding and for your endless encouragement that you guys have shown me. I really can't even express enough what that means to me. I could cry. I get so emotional over my fans because the truth is, Joe's right. We're nothing without you and without your support and your guidance. And it's everything to me, especially all of my businesses. So though I might be stepping away from the mic, I will carry all of your support with me as I dive into this new adventure. And I do hope to return someday. But until then, keep shining and keep spreading joy, just like the sprinkle cookies do, guys. Okay? Just keep spreading joy. We're going to sprinkle joy everywhere. Thank you once again from the absolute bottom of my heart. I'm wishing you guys all the best. I love you so much.
Love you guys. Arrivederci.
Ciao, guys.
I'm Justin Sylvester.
And I'm Blakely Thornton.
Join us for Yestergaze, the podcast where we break down the most pivotal pop culture moments in history and give them the queer love that they deserve.
The things that got us riled up during dial-up.
Those makeouts that should have been breakouts.
And the drops that were cemented in pop.
I'm talking Bennifer.
Tyra versus Naomi.
Tom Cruise jumping on that couch.
And so much more. So please rate us, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you get audio-related content.
We also take Venmo.
And Cash App.
ACH?
Or credit card number as well. We're malleable,
yeah, we'll
We're gay today.
This summer, Pluto TV is exploding with thousands of free movies. Summer of cinema is here. Feel the explosive action all summer long with movies like Gladiator, Mission Impossible, Beverly Hills Cop, Good Burger, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bring the action with you and stream for free from all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.